We are right now living in the crisis of disconnection from ourselves and disconnection from each other, and it is getting worse. I read a very interesting study that was published in 2022. They found that 34% of women are actually single right now, and a whopping 63% of men are single. So the rate for men to be single is double the rate for women, right? They are young adults between age 18 and 26. Yeah, I think there's three reasons why that almost now over 60% of men are single. Three reasons. First reason is pandemic had huge impact on young men. So when everything was locked down, every single young man that doesn't need to go out anymore, right? They just stay home. What do? They probably just watch porn, and they porns are easily getting addicted, right? Because porn websites, you can just type reach it within your fingertip. Type in the website, and you can watch it for free anywhere, anytime. Well, not anywhere. You have easy access to it because you just have to go to a room, and you start doing something to yourself, and you feel good, and you get addicted to that feeling. And now you know that you don't need to go out and try to pay for dates and try to put effort to talk to women and try to get that quality connection to sleep with them anymore. All you need to do is go to a website and type in the link, and you get it with them fingertips, and you don't need to do any other works. So much easier, less friction, and you don't have any you don't need any emotional support involved. You don't need any child support, right? You don't think about any of that. And that made men realize, oh, I can live way better life, way a life that is stress free from any of the potentially harmful things, right? But at the same time, if you're getting addicted to porn, it's not good for you. You're not making that quality connection anymore, right? Once you get old, you just gonna be by yourself. Right? Your family gonna go away, pass away, or your brother gonna get married, and all that left will be just you. And that pandemic, even at even 3 or 4 years later, after the pandemic, it still have huge impact on those young men that are 18 through 26. Once they get addicted to it, it's really hard to let go of the things that you've done before. And I gotta admit, like during the pandemic, it really has an effect on me too. Like every single guy, including me, was just watching some random porn videos. But I basically stopped right now because I found a girlfriend. It just dramatically changes everything. And I'm going to go to reason number two. Women are getting more pickier than ever. All right. So at today's day and age, women's right, if they want to get married, they typically, if the woman have a bachelor degree, they will want someone that have a bachelor degree at least or a master's. And if they make more money, they also want someone that is equivalent or doesn't like make way less money. So maybe give you an example, like if a woman is a software engineer, right, at Facebook, they can she makes 190,000 or 150,000 per year. She's not gonna go on a date with someone that is working at Walmart stocking like food piles, or working in a Family Dollar, like any, or working as a store clerk for a like a clothing store, right? Because it doesn't feel right, because she's making maybe 10 times more money than what you are making. So women, they spend more time trying to find like a match, right? If you work as a software engineer, you probably also want to find someone that maybe also work in tech as a product designer, project manager for a tech company, or a maybe even a lawyer that kind of have equal balance of income and also like education. You don't want anyone like that is way less educated than you as a woman, right? Some women might be okay with it as long as you get a very high paying job, right? If a woman works in the government, right, and she have a very high paying position in the job, and she met you and you never had any a formal education, right? But you have very high paying job, like you might be own a business that you can run and you make more money or same amount of money as the person that work in the government. That would be a pretty decent match. So, and another thing is online dating. There's Tinder, right? Tinder basically is 90% men and 10% women. So women are way pickier. They've got way more abundant amount of choices to pick from and swipe through with filters. Even if men pay for subscription service like Tinder, you're still not in a good kind of match, because there's so many you get better chance for matches, but those matches are still not gonna be good quality ones. The good quality ones are one that's already taken easily off the market. The not good quality ones might be doing drugs, might have a kid on the way, and the baby daddy is already gone. So that baby is gonna be you for you to take care of, right? And there's a lot of scenarios going on. And women, I feel like, are definitely way pickier at today's age than what happened in the 1950s to 1960s. So at these kind of times, 1950s or 60s, women are expected to find a stable financial man, because back then all the good jobs are taken by men, and women doesn't really still have a lot of choices to find good jobs, right? So they want to find someone that can take care of them in case something goes wrong. And the role is very stereotypical back then, because women are expected to, right, um stay in the house, have babies, clean the house. But now women have way more jobs opportunities, and they are like taking executive roles. They are taking more impactful roles, and they taking government roles. And women have way more opportunity and power from compared today to what we have back in the 1950s to 1960s. And uh, in the United States, like basically the gender is equal, like 50-50%. But now it's, but women essentially have all the powers now with like the dating apps. You can see like even on Bumble or Hinge, women are make out like maybe 10 to 15%, and men make out nearly 80% of the dating pool. So what we're saying is, if you're in high school and college, these are probably the time that you want to find your true love, or a love that you want to find someone that you want to stay with for a very long time. Once you get out of high school or college, it's very hard to meet uh, the right woman as a man. Just kind of my personal experience. um, I ain't lucky enough, like, I got out of college, didn't really find my right lady, but I went on many dates, and it was definitely very horrible, because you gotta find someone that willing to move with you, willing to have goals with you, and don't really get a lot of matches, right? And I use Facebook dating to meet my current girlfriend, and feel really lucky and thankful, and definitely want to keep that relationship going. And hearing all that, like 60, over 60% of young men are single, that is the reason, right? And also, reason, like my last reason number 3, if you make it this far, be sure to get this with a big thumbs up, greatly appreciate it. But reason number 3, women also form quality relationship connections with each other, whereas men, they don't really form quality connections. Yeah, this is true. Like, women have their lady friends or girlfriends. They just go to the mall, have some drink, and talk about anything, and they laugh, and they feel like they genuinely have a good time. Like my girlfriend, for example, she have her best friends that she can go to anytime, anywhere, and even come to her house anytime. My couple best friends, and compared to me, like guys, like we don't really put in a lot of effort trying to make that quality connection. I would just like I would say most of my life I would just focus on careers, and how to make school and careers, right? Career took up majority of my time, like editing resumes and stuff. And I had some friends, like honestly, I have friends reach out to me like, see if you want to hang out. but I kind of rejected them because I really want to focus on getting a good job. So once you get one or two rejections, the kind of the friends asking you to go out with them is nearly non-existent. One or two rejections, it hurts, right? And if you don't reach out to them, that means they can take it as, oh, he don't really want to go hang out with you, right? And yeah, you just gotta like have your own priorities. Like my girlfriend, she just like eat like women's like eat, I think and like talk about my mom, she is the same. She have two three best friends that she literally talks every single day. And my dad, he have zero best friends that talk every single day. Best one or two, like first one is his brother that he talks every week. And second one is maybe like random people on Facebook that he talks. But my mom have two or three quality connections that she talks every single morning for 10 to 15 minutes, and they have been friends for about 10 to 15 years. Like they met each other Facebook, not in the workplace, right? And they became friends. And I work for like a corporate company for like 5 years. Haven't really met someone that is like coworker turned to best friends yet. It just says that women, they are way easier to like make that quality connection, right? And they can go out in the morning to have like a brunch with their besties, and then later on go to a museum, and then after that they can go to like a nice little dinner outside by the river, order some fancy food, order some fancy drinks, talk about life. After that they can go home feeling fulfilled, lay down, watch some CTV, and call it a day. What do they want under the man in their life when they have that quality connection already, and they can also have their jobs, right? The jobs pay their bills, right? And they don't need to worry about it because women, they are like very capable of right finding right jobs that is better than men at today's age and time. And they can make quality friends that will stay with them, talk to them, emotional support. And they realize like, yo, I don't need men unless men can actually provide the better life that she's already having, right? And yeah, so that's kind of my thought on 3 reasons why men's young adults between age 18 and 26 are single today. 3 main reasons. First is the pandemic that driven the young men to go to porn, right? And they get the mind messed up and addicted to porn, and they're really not putting effort to go out and date anymore. Second is women are getting a lot more pickier. You go on online dating apps, you can see that women or make up like 10 or 15%, and men make up 80%. And it's just that women can get abundant more amount of choices, and they are picky about education, picky about jobs, picky about height. Height is another big thing about women, right? And number three, women form way better quality relationship connections with other each other than with men, right? And that all that factors play a lot of kind of impact on today's society, and why more men are single, like twice. 63% of young men are single compared to women. And I personally know that a lot of men, and they will go to international countries like Thailand, like Vietnam to find, and Japan to find women, and go dating with them, and then bring them over to here, because in other countries it's not really the case, right? In Thailand there's more women than men. They can go there, and you can use the US dollars to bring the man over. I worked with a doctor before, and he used to live in Oklahoma City, and he couldn't really find anyone. Like honestly, he was a really good guy on his work, and he couldn't really find anyone, so he decided to go Thailand. Brought woman over to his clinic, and brought to United States, and they look like they live a very happy life because she was very educated at bachelor degree and speak very well English. So getting the used to life is not that hard, and he finally settled down, buy a house, and start building the life that he always wanted. So that's one option. Like I see a lot of men, like when they are having trouble finding the right woman, it is really hard out there for men to find the right woman. And yeah, if my videos resonate with you, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And my name is Kelvin, and I see you guys next one.